Hi everyone, how you doing? So the message for this one is making room for love. So obviously we've had Venus go forward again in the last couple of days, and so I'm sure many of us will be feeling more loving towards ourselves and to other people. And I know I've been through a big shift in the last week, where I've seen where I haven't been loving myself, and also where I have been perhaps in the shadow in terms of my love for those in my life that I really care about. And now that it's going forward again, it's like it's a really different vibe, and a willingness and a desire to really be much more coming from the heart, rather than from the head. And if for what's worth keeping in our lives and stepping forward with in our lives, um, we we've got an opportunity right now. And I think as Mercury's still retrograde, but it will go forward again in a couple of weeks, and then we'll really feel those two energies working together to help us to grow and balance our relationships that we want to keep in our lives that are worthwhile. So yeah, the Queen of Cups is talking about the nurturing our feelings and loving expression of our feelings, which is exactly it. It's like we've gone through Venus's kind of a shadow time, and yes, there's a descent into the underworld coming, but it's once you get out of that retrograde energy, things are going to feel better, and so there's a lot more care and compassion for ourselves and those in our lives, and there's a real opportunity right now to build on what we really want to grow. So another queen here. Okay, so the Queen of Swords. So yeah, she's a really strong character, but so it's nurturing the thoughts. So we're nurturing the thoughts and we're nurturing the feelings. Okay, so but with strength and grace, and compassion, certainly from the Queen of Cups. So we're being guided to connect with our hearts and connect with other people's hearts, and to certainly when Mercury goes forward again, there'll be a lot more of this expression. um, and this additional card in the deck there is basically yeah, reflecting the result of this work. So um, I feel like it has been a tough time for a lot of people in love, and in terms of figuring out what we want out of life, and the way things might have looked, maybe 6 months ago, in terms of the people that we were and what we wanted out of life and how we viewed love, is now looking a bit different, or quite a bit different. And we got some decisions to make at this point about what we do with our heart, and romance, and what's actually going to be best for us and the most fulfilling for us, and for other people too. So this has been a real time of reflection and looking at all these shadowy parts of us, as well as the beautiful light-hearted parts of us, and loving parts of us, to really figure out what's best for us. So well, this card has come up a few times, but so there's a new journey to be taken here in love, and you're just stepping into it. And there's a lot of kind of visionary energy to this card as you kind of step forward. So it's beautiful. I love this one. So you're taking a new journey, and it starts with a single step, but it's actually going to lead you into some new uncharted territory. But it's what you're ready for. It's like the next phase of your life, in love. Well done for making room for it, and well done for getting through this period of really intense shadow work. But now we can kind of step forward. So I'm sure a lot of you are feeling that. I know I am. There's some decisions to make. There's some a lot of communication still to happen. In either that's internal or external with people in our lives. It's probably both. But this is very necessary at the moment, because as we get into the autumn in the northern hemisphere, this is our opportunity to really build and make a good foundation out of what we've kind of made a start on in the last few months. I know a lot of us have tried new things in this last 6 months, probably things we've never done before, and we're determined to make it stick. I think to do all of this work in the last 6 months at least, made many changes in our lives, and I want this to stick. I want something I want to be successful in love, and obviously, that has to start from within. We have to learn how to be successful with the relationship with ourselves, which is then reflected, in the people that we have in our lives. But yeah, well done. It's been a journey recently. The last couple of months has lasted a lot of us, but I do believe we're going to enjoy the fruits of our labour, certainly as we get into later September. So well done, everybody. Loads of love.